Pull unborn lives from their mothers, let blood answer the call. They burned us in our cars and houses, locked the doors, watched flames rise, called us collaborators with no justice, killed us openly before our eyes. Stray bullets, intentional bullets, that was the rhythm of the day. Death didn't whisper, didn't warn us, it came and chose to stay. Never again. We cry for peace, say hybrid peace. Just want you to remember where we came from. Never again. Though the wounds remain, Sierra Leone say never again. Our pain, our stories echo through the land. Sierra Leone say never again. Children learn fear before laughter, silence before how to play. Mothers bury sons with empty prayers, fathers just faded away. We forgave when the world was watching, chose peace instead of revenge. But forgiveness without justice leaves old wounds unavenged. They told us time would heal the land, that scars would simply close. But pain ignored does not disappear, it grows where silence grows. Never again. We cry for peace, say hybrid beach. Just want you to remember where we came from. Never again. Though the wounds remain, Sierra Leone say never again. Our pain, our stories still calling our name. Sierra Leone say never again. Even now we see the signs again, when leaders silence pain, when power replaces justice, when people labeled enemies without process, when fear becomes policy, when hunger meets lies. That's how ugly scenes are reborn. History doesn't knock politely, it breaks the door. Never again. We won't forget, too much blood paid the price of peace. Never again. Protect this land, truth and justice must never sleep out. Our pain, our stories, this song is a scar.
Alright, good morning, welcome to your program where you call yes, right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook, so we can discuss issue them with the front page of the different newspaper, then the ponado for the morning. After we can don't look at waiting then at the front page then we can come with people them inside, we can help with for discuss the issue. We guess already don't join me inside the show, but let we just take the paper then quick one, and after that one day we go come to we guest for we actually engage them with the different issues them inside the program this morning. And of course we'll go straight, and the first paper we want to take this morning. Now, the LEONE newspaper say APC reviews 1991 Constitution SLPP to implement recommendations. You as well get the Concord Times newspaper say National Remembrance Day, honoring the dead, healing the living, and renewing our promise of never again. The next one, now the Daybreak newspaper, 2028 elections, an anticipated replica of 1967 elections. President Bill embraces finance minister. And the next one, now the Dawn newspaper, 2024 audit report uncovers serious procurement irregularities at NASIT. Will Parliament endorse a Shinka Constitution. And the next one, now the Freetown Post newspaper, IMF exposes finance minister's collapse deal with COVAG and audit service Sierra Leone trained staff on environmental audit. The next one, now the Kakwa newspaper, opposition leader warns against one-party rule in Salon, and Jala students grateful to Vice President Julie Jallo family. The next paper, now the Africa 24 newspaper, our forests are gone, and Waka fine bosses to derelict, and bad blood at NPAA. Finance Minister urged to implement economic policies in 2026. The AZ newspaper this morning, VP Julde reaffirms commitment to health financing. And you will get President Bio celebrates Sierra Leone's historic AFCFTA milestone. Finance Minister urged senior management implement 2026 economic policies. The next paper, the satellite newspaper, over his eligibility to contest APC flag bearers, Jacobin supporters frustrated, and other story them for inside this edition of the satellite newspaper. The last paper, now the New Age newspaper, Sea Coach Express dragged to court for loss of luggage, negligence, and emotional distress. You also will get other story then. Constitutional Amendment Bill 2025 anchored in long-standing reform process, Attorney General. Well, all the people in this we get inside the program this morning, we go straight and bring we guests inside the show for make we come and discuss. And the guest will get on the show this morning, in name of Victor Akumengot, we do it we, and of course Victor, we can say now the expert we can pan transport business. Same way so they look at other wide range of governance issues them inside the country. Good morning and welcome to the program, Victor. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, good morning, Sengapia. I've been waiting for this call. As you said, I got a very interesting guest there, the Couriers in the evening. But this is a very interesting topic we can look today because I don't look at all the newspaper them.
Okay.
So we'll get for guide with people them on some of the delicate issues them where they happen in the governance infrastructure of our country.
Okay, praise God. Okay, so let we start the ball rolling like this because for now you're not the only person we deal with inside the program. So Victor, first of all, any guest will get this year, I can ask him how 2025 been done Talek.
2025 now, the year where I will call it a mixed bag because we still get the debate about the tripartite. We get promises them because this bill way actually for the parliament we've been promised we say in October it been for come but we say when they can the tripartite the bill
the recommendations them here we for going to parliament.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they can go in October and then we don't go on the recess. There are lots of other things that will not happen. We don't see the issue of the increase in minimum wage. But when you talk about that now, it's in the way they affect people then. But when you talk about increase in minimum wage, if you look at in relation to employment, how the small business will able to cope with that amount of money there.
Okay.
Because if you put a minimum wage and somebody breach that code there, now a violation of a particular government act. It means now the small business them, being as people are not able to get work, they not get money, you increase and fine to 1.2 million.
Yeah.
How then they go affect the balance sheet of their small business and their small, like their security officers them, the one the way they work at the entertainment industry, the one the way they work at the hospitality industry. All that in a challenge. It's good for let them increase them. Then at the other two, talk about the health situation again. Health now other major challenge in the country. We see and they talk about say life expectancy don't improve, but the quality of health is still a challenge. So I will call 2025 a mixed bag. The judiciary itself will not go left handed because we see this increased use of cyberbullying as a law. Because then talk about say we don't reprieve the other one we been in at the 1965 Public
Public
Order Act,
Act.
but then the cyberbullying now open to, so these are all challenges, and let's see how 2026 will be.
Okay. All right. Victor, I think that's an interesting way for start the program this morning. And you particularly don't make reference to parliament, and this tripartite thing we the city happen. Victor, you follow the demographic mapping where they gone?
Well, I dey follow the demographic mapping. I mean, to be honest with you, this idea, we have to ask ourselves, what is the purpose? Because the census, we know say, 98, because they call them population and housing session, census. 98 National Development Plan, distribution of resources and everything. But the elephant in the room is how does this census relate to plans for the election? Because the reason I bring down there, because if you look at the constitution, it say now only a decimal census, decennial census, which is 10 years
Every
census.
10 years, okay.
Yes. Now we get for use limitation. Right? But it means say even if we do this census for that purpose, because under the tripartite agreement, you get a section which say that section 30 of that census they not name for use, but they not for use them 24 months before the election. Right? So the only way I see this census data where they talk now for when it comes to allocation of number of parliamentary seats in a region, because the number of people they determine how many constituency seats they allocate, because they still talk about district block system.
Block system, the PI system.
Yeah, so that is the issue, because if we do the census in 2026, results come out, validation and everything, we know we will final result until 2027. Then by the law, and also use any of that census data there for anything for do with election.
Okay. But we see, similar thing like this will happen 2023, where they use the data. Of course, then delay and say, oh, we're not able to do certain things. Then for the how you call it, bounded delimitation for ECSL. At the end of the day, they end up for say, okay, well, statistics don't do this. Well, let we use this and this for put together certain things. Then things at that same level they will go back so.
That is definitely the case. That is definitely how they use the census data. Then now when we look at the for determine of the which was 2015, and the data from the when another 5-year census. So they get an average number and then decide waiting too high we make will not even get smaller political parties there. So they use that figure there. But they also say at the time, this is critical. They say because they're not done the census in time, they cannot use the census for boundary delimitation. 2028. Regardless of the 78, now the tripartite recommendation talk about national dialogue on PR. and national dialogue, in my opinion, because we already agree, it is evident that the PR system will go for UT28 election. Two things is, what type of PR? Is it still the district block system? And secondly, waiting at the threshold. And interestingly enough, when I listen to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they say, well, then in a parliament go get for
Decide that.
go debate parliament. Yeah? It's very interesting. I look at statistics because of the 149 members who get in a parliament, 28.2%, which is 42 MPs them, are new members of parliament. And then new members of parliament, are they experienced enough, which is about 20% of the parliamentarians, na new people them. Of the rest, SLPP get 81 seats, APC get 54. Paramount chief them, what they call PCP, Paramount Chief Members of Parliament, are 14. Right? And when they make any law, especially laws the way relate to constitution, you can't forget 2/3 majority. And if you get a 2/3 majority there, it means whether or not we like or not, Parliament don't decide. There's no way you can argue, say, something we don't decide already. Technically, because it's in the constitution, they not take and go parliament through a bill, then go get the 2/3 majority, they'll go get the PR system. So the census now, all these arguments about cartographic mapping and all the rest of it, the only side where the census relevant, now in terms of population volume, when that figure they then go use now for determine how many seats per district.
Okay, so we just don't see another paper, they actually do a projection, then they think of waiting really could get for happen 2028 in terms of the election. And according to the Gleaner newspaper, it say APC now they review, look at this thing quickly, and or maybe we can just go to another one first. We talk about the election, the type election we then get for conduct for 2028. He say it will likely be the election of 1967 election. What do you think? First of all, a nice that we get, waiting the 1967 election been like where instead not been this kind of PR system where they use. But the question is, what's kind of PR system, like you rightly they ask, where they say a parliament could get for decide that?
No. It's a PR.
Yes, sir.
1967 election, not a PR system.
Okay, now the parliamentary system of election.
Now be forced past the post.
Okay, right? So make la understand something.
Okay.
I mean, now be constituency election, and then at the parliament, that then pick the leader, where become the prime minister.
1967 election.
Yeah.
Because I tell you that I've been ready for go secondary school.
Okay, so tell me more about this one.
School 1968. Okay. What be happen at that election day is that it all come back to allocation of symbols. Remember saying that the party been they allocate symbols. If it particularly deal with the SLPP allocation of symbols, right? There were people in leadership, people like Kutubu Kaisamba, L.M. Brewer, Prince Harry Williams, I'll call them the Gang of Four,
okay,
who were denied SLPP party symbol. So they decided to join the opposition. Not opposition. They decided to stand and win. When they win, that means the SLPP party not been get majority. So if we remember, the two party then have been 64 seats then. They get 32. So the governor general at the time declare the APC leader as prime minister. And what happened, there was a coup. That was the first time we get a coup in the salon.
Then after they done the election and then get a prime minister.
When they now recommend, say, Shaka Stevens for be prime minister.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So it was Leon who led the army and put the governor general under house arrest. Then a state of emergency was declared, martial law, by Brigadier John Bangura. So waiting then they talk to the parallel, say now, who shall see the parallel, say if confusion be during this 2028 election, there is the likelihood, if there is no consensus,
okay, if you get me, we missed that one day. Because if we can go back to this election, just after we, like you rightly say, forget and clear, as then swear in Secretary Stephen as the Prime Minister, the military take over, and they arrest him and then they pull him from office. The army been claimed say they get plenty of irregularities, and the regional, we never get balance, things that we come from the region, right?
Yeah, well, the point is the army been feel to say the governor general did not act in the interest of the country by imposing Shaka Stephen as prime minister. Because remember, I said the governor general at the time, Sierra Leone was still under the British system. The governor general was acting on behalf of the Queen, who was head of state. So after consultation, he decided, right, in government, you're not able to get majority, right? Then the other party, when at the opposition, get about the same seat like you. It is discretional for me for see who the most suitable for the governor general make, then cause the problem.
Okay. The program we watch right now, Nakolges, right on YouTube and on Facebook. And of course, inside the program this morning, we get Victor Akumengot. They help we for we analyze the different issues then. So now let me come to the issue of the constitutional review. And according to this paper, they try for theory say the APC now they actually review the constitution. Then the SLPP they actually go into the recommendation them for implement them. In other words, whatever bad thing they inside right now with them and their one for implement, we're not going to take responsibility for that. So now just white paper with the implement. But hold on a while. I remember say their obtaining come way, then they look at the white paper, pull and put inside the white paper for make it fit the people them. I don't know if you be hearing that because they do the review under this government again. True or false?
They may not do review, but
oh my God, the network.
One is that make it clear today. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me? You hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Remember, say, now look at waiting trigger this whole process. Now look at the tripartite report.
Okay.
In the tripartite report, there are 80 recommendations. Yeah? And the 80 recommendations, the two parties them, the SLPP and APC, now they agree on the 80 recommendations. But there are two key recommendations where we not even need to go pass a bill in a parliament for implement immediately.
Okay.
Waiting at them two recommendations. Recommendation 20 and recommendation 80. Waiting at recommendation 20. Recommendation 20 say, Parliament for create a dedicated oversight committee wey get representation of all political party dem. And that committee there should be headed by a member of the opposition. So now that committee there now, as a standing committee, we talk about standing committee in Parliament, now they for monitor all this process, even leading to the drafting of the bill. That committee has never been formed. Let us go to recommendation 80. Recommendation 80 also say, after the tripartite report don't come out, it has to be presented to Parliament. To Parliament. Now that any Parliament for agree say, well, look, let us set up this committee within a recommendation 20. But for all indication, the tripartite committee report has never been laid in Parliament. It was presented to the president, and the president now give instructions for Lair, then go ahead, do the review. And there's a lot of confusion. In this constitutional review, what are we reviewing? Now look at the reference document. You get the Public Elections Act. You get the tripartite report. You get the Cowan report. Then you get even this government, their own constitutional review report in 2022, where the president, Attorney General, and the Minister of Justice. 2022 day, President Binon said, then go use PR system. So even before they come to this, it has been predetermined. Even all the interview where the Attorney General and Minister of Justice do, you don't talk and plain say, there's no going back now, PR system will be used. So if recommendation 78 say wide public consultation, so all learning are cosmetic. It has been declared that we will use PR system. So Parliament, now they own this process. But if Parliament has been sidelined and the lead is taken by the government, and when you do constitutional amendments, you get 2/3 majority. And from the figures that I read, government will get the 2/3 majority. But then there's another key issue. If you look at the constitution, under section 108, 9 talk about how you review the constitution. You got some entrenched clauses in the constitution where you cannot review unless by a referendum.
Okay.
And what's the entrenched clauses in there? Some of them then are this bill, right? When that clause we talk about the duration of Parliament, who sent Parliament for last? Because we see say the recommendation and it talks say Parliament for date before the election. Then section 87.2, anything for do with electoral terms, right? It is unconstitutional because the Constitution say that is an entrenched clause. It has to be removed or amended by a referendum. And when it comes to referendum, how do you go into a referendum? You get to present a referendum bill first. That referendum bill, and they talk about the roadmap, right? And if you do the referendum bill now, you get to go to the people and consult them. Not to where they take 1 month, 2 months, right? And because it's so complex, which I don't understand, they say, okay, now we look at the one that win a non-entrenched clause, now we review them. But I will tell you, say, if they review the non-entrenched clause, we deal with the Elections Act. If they don't get time for do with referendum, as long as they don't pass their 2/3 majority, they will get their way. So that's the issue. Because Parliament already passed the law. And they will get the 2/3 majority. I'll give you an example. An issue with the electoral commissioners then. Yeah? Capital reports say you get forget the search committee. Right? But already we get the current acting electoral commissioner where they make plans now for the election. They don't do timetable. Let's say nothing on the change and they still go. If now then same people there who are not elected by a search committee as recommended by the tripartite report. Yeah? Then It's a waste of time, right? And they're not going to follow that system there. So, one thing we get for no, we get hierarchy of laws, right? I'm not a lawyer, I admit, right? But I get vast experience in governance and parliamentary rules and procedures. When you talk about hierarchy of laws, the primary law of any country, now the constitution, right? We did do it the other way around. What we should have done with all the reference documents, even from 2002, even the Attorney General said, admit, we should have drafted a new constitution. When we draft that new constitution, they go publicly and let people understand for almost a year, because it started in 2022 with the SLPP. If they may not do that, then when we agree, then where they go for a referendum, you go put them to the people and say, do you approve of this new constitution? Yes, no.
So in this case, this one, when they do so, when they review, no way, not the way referendum go inside?
What they are saying, then they put the cat before the horse.
Go parliament first before referendum.
No, not to the parliament. If you review the secondary laws, then what I mean by the secondary laws, then the Political Parties Act, yeah, the Public Elections Act of 2022, they act and they form two requirements from the Constitution. So if you go review the one and they don't, you say we don't review that and they done, we Parliament don't approve them. Now that's when you kind of combine constitution will include entrenched and non-entrenched clause for go referendum. We not get that time there. So if we not do referendum, then we are in a non-entrenched clause with approve. Now we go apply. In the election, with certainty, we not get time, and there was no way we go able to do a referendum before 2028.
Because if they want for do I go delay the election.
Because you get for draft, you get for get combined drafting of a completely new election. I was in Kenya when Kenya do their own. Kenya draft a new constitution and go to the polls. Then say, okay, you either say yes or no. The first time we then attempt to do that in Kenya, they refuse the new amendment. So then go back to the drawing board, get everybody on board, and then the people then vote in a referendum and accept the new constitution. Now, after that new constitution, they now then get asked the way set up, devolve government. You know, so the constitution is the umbrella body. So once you don't approve a new constitution, then it cascades down to all other laws or acts where relate to that constitution, amend them according to the new constitution. But not the way they do it now. Now you go do the bill, they say, why don't do the bill now? Then we'll go for referendum. You know, they work that way. You see,
And
wrong
by,
side.
maybe I ask something where I don't know how it go happen. But anyway, they can make we do referendum on the very day where we vote presidential and parliamentary election.
If we do referendum on the very day, they could do it. But if they do the referendum, if you don't draft the new constitution, whatever is a constitutional bill, and sections in the constitution will deal with entrenched clauses. Because if you remember watching the things that were then at the constitution, section 2 and section 3 will deal with human rights, you know, all that. Where some of them and they now, if you go for change them, if you go do an election and referendum, what documents are you using for the referendum? You can forget a brand new document where encompass all the changes and say, vote for this new constitution or revised constitution. And then they know applicable until the next parliament.
Okay.
See?
All right. So let me look at the fear, the concern, and the things that we Femi Claudius School of Unity Party don't they come up with. He actually done the one say this constitution go likely lead we to one, what he consider for be one party rule inside the country. Two, he bring another thing again where he say this constitution go actually give boku power to political parties them instead of the people. Wetin e mean? He say if for example Sembepe and Mr. Mengot actually contest and with all other political party them, and then I no agree say the result wey you get wey make dem declare you or wey make you lead e correct, I go na court. After I comot na court, then other person back can go na court back. When comot, other person back can go. So on that note, the person wey dey na power, wey na the incumbent, will continue for dey na power until all who that feel aggrieved go na court and comot na court, all of them things that they done before we proceed. So wetin you think about that? So in other words, then they give added advantage, added time to incumbent or to somebody within a power for make it continue for the day.
Now, two issues them now, right? People and only focus on one key issue.
Okay.
That is that issue. Although they not recommend say they reduce the qualification threshold from 55% to 50 simple majority, and then you therefore get 20% votes in each district.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one side. So if there is a challenge to the presidential result, that's a different issue. The key issue now a challenge to the parliamentary result, because the parliamentary, if you use a district block system, it means say if that election day when a district block now one party election, if somebody petition, right, then they cannot approve the other members them of that. Now then the delay go there. But when it comes to term of office of the president, according to the current constitution, when in 5-year term done, right, you cannot extend it. He is no longer president, right? Not so until they swear him in.
Okay.
Because if you extend them, then they are in violation of an entrenched clause in the constitution we talk about the term of office of the president.
So who's are we doing all of this in terms of this constitution? Who that could benefit? The people or politicians?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I get you. You get me?
Yeah.
Yes, I ask who that actually go benefit from this? The people or the politicians?
Obviously, it's the politicians. Almost people that know about the process for constitutional amendment. Almost people that know the difference between appeals procedures them. The term voter. But you as an individual voter, if you want to challenge the result, you can forget a lawyer, we go put your paper together. And lawyer they not do anything for free. You understand? So you don't get the money. So the only people that we can challenge now politicians them. All this way they happen, now the two sides them, now then they fight each other. But me not see more changes happening. Because if this bill go to parliament, then and we're not able to do a referendum Whatever has been approved will apply, and it would not be against the law. PR system, regardless of whether we like it or not. We will get the PR system. The electoral commissioner them again, then go find way for get the same kind of people then. So everything. Then remember, so we get other recommendations. Now the tripartite, we talk about the neutrality of the security forces. Let me give you an example. Right, when a minister is in power, right, although you say for use the security forces, they should be neutral. You want to tell me say if they don't declare election, that minister where they go campaign, he not go use state security for campaign. He go use state security. The opponent when to minister, not get that same state security. And also they talk about new act for a youth empowerment act. Same like the Giwi Act. There are so many things who don't cram together. It's all a mix-up box up. And all NTR relates to what's in the tripartite commission report. The committee report. So this one part where they deal with, now this constitutional bill, now everything for do with the elections management, use them. Within the tripartite committee report, the 80 recommendation, they will not touch it. The focus is more on election. Who that go be flag bearer? Who that go be MP? How go transfer power if that need be? How go challenge results? Now that ain't no more we focus on. There are other issues.
So it look like say with all of this, you don't of course tell we say that the people them get that the politicians get for benefit them. So it look you think say we go actually get a good law at the end of the day, because waiting at the essence of this supposedly now for make sure say some of the loopholes them where they inside the 1991 constitution, they actually see how best they can able for fix them, and they for lay some side they know they left that kind of vague or give unnecessary power or to certain people or certain offices them. But you think say this will create any serious impact where we go say, wow, we don't get a very good revised constitution?
One thing I can say, let people record this. I will put them to. There's no way we will get a new constitution before 2028.
I mean, the revised one where they decide for do so.
No, it's not going to happen.
But then we use some of the things that way then they review for the 2028.
Waiting then at this constitutional amendment bill, 9 and they use for 2028. Nothing more, nothing less. Because now look at the timetable. Number one, the census where they talk about. What we all they talk about. Census not they happen until December 2026. We therefore talk about logistics. Who is going to fund the census?
Okay.
What's money they for fund? Yeah. When you don't done the census, how long will you take for do validation and approval? Would they talk about less than 1 year before the election? So if you don't do census, who say you will get time a referendum bill? And when you draft that referendum bill, now for bringing a new constitution, because when the minister, attorney general, they say, okay, what you go do, then tell the amend now this constitutional amendment act, we will combine everything with some of the things the way we cow and tell we, with also some entrance to count a new constitution. That's impossible. The key issue now for Lewi, before I come on this program, I try for search for this new constitutional amendment bill. It has been gazetted, so the people who are in a salon will get them from gazette. For sure, so we're not serious. I can challenge on internet, try for access the parliamentary work down. The parliamentary website where that enough will be down at all. Because by this time, that bill there for don't at the parliamentary website. Ordinary citizen people and read the real documents, not so from commentary. Yeah. So how is that transparent enough? Well, a simple bill like this, yes, by law it has been gazetted. Where is it in the parliamentary website? It is not there. And a parliament gets the onus for review everything.
So let me look at how.
I go back to the
Yeah, go ahead, please. Sorry, go ahead.
The parliamentarians themselves, they not allow for the executive trample on the right. Right? Because if the recommendations say the tripartite report should be laid before parliament, and when they lay a report, now that means go look at the report and make recommendation as to how for implement them. If 30 days, then the parliament sit down, they not complain. Then they wait till executive come the parliamentarian, they not to the government. Now they know they represent the people. They represent the parliamentarians, them for sure say they know they represent the people. Because under the last PR, they were appointed, me no say elected self. They were appointed by the party and put in a district block system. So then loyalty not to the party, not to the people. All the parliamentarians from both sides want to see now for let them party they in power. A member say to law, I don't tell them say we get 28% of them parliamentarians in a new sitting. Parliament, the parliamentarian are the people that look like say now that animal farm syndrome. What do I mean by that? Equal than others. Because we're in a parliamentarian. Let's say we get a young parliamentarian now, where that parliamentarian there is 26. If that person they serve 2 terms in parliament, right? He entitled to pensions for life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in a salon. So I don't work for 20 years. Enable get an asset pension. So the parliamentarians they go sit down, make sure they come back, then do that 2 terms for secure their income for life. So they are not responsible for waiting they happen in the country because they don't represent the interest. That is, so now not just the blame government, not blame the one there where sit down at parliament, waiting at them for raise all the issue, where they're all quiet. Both sitting MPs and opposition MPs. Because if man give you power, you never use them. Who do you go blame?
The question now, how robust the opposition for monitor all of them things here so on behalf of the people?
They can monitor, they can give longer press release. You know, at the end of the day, when this bill go parliament, that 2/3 majority, look at the figures. SLPP get 81 seats. You add the 14 paramount chief, 25 already, of 149. Then you get 1 or 2 people the way they sell game. That 2/3 majority, they're not a problem. Because listen, then they send a bill. We don't go through them, they will recommend. A bill becomes an act. Once it becomes an act and the president don't give assent, it is the law of the land. Then go use them. You're not going to challenge that. The only place where you go for challenge, right? And if you go to the Supreme Court, remember what will happen at the parliament system. Where they go for that PR. Supreme Court go tell you say their role now for interpret the law, not for overturn. So we not get no way out. We are the whims and caprices of the politicians from both sides. The one they will not they talk, the mumu one.
Okay. The program we still watch na Colgate, right on we are na YouTube and on Facebook. Victor, we don't go, we don't come. Let me talk a little bit about the worker fine boss, because I see small thing about them briefly. Let's just see if I can lay me hand on them again. If I not miss them, but I see something on that briefly. I think they go nice for we touch on before ever we go. Let's just watch quickly so I'll go able for catch up with them. But bottom line, first of all, you've been on the talk about how they don't structure for let's work a fine boss, go do and work properly, and how them be actually don't set up, I think a commission or so way for the watch how all of them things there so they operate and how transport they operate inside the city. I hope I get them very well. So as of now, waiting at the latest with regards, development that I hear there.
Well, we get for look at worker fine is just part of the public transport system, right? And now make it clear to people them, right? And as we say, the disclaimer I go make now, I'm not actively part of the worker fine management.
Okay.
But by law, of worker fine, I am still a nominee director. So worker fine is a private enterprise, right? Now a company which suppose to operate in partnership with the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority.
Okay.
When the regulatory body will replace road transport. Who said the problem come according to the law, right? There are three things. The Public Transport Authority now they're responsible for one, to all companies, worker fine included.
Okay.
Two, now they're supposed for set standards. Three, now they're supposed for set fares. The name boss here, let's look at the ownership of the bus system.
Right.
The government don't talk say, it is on record that these buses were given to Metro Transport Company where they operate worker fine at 50% discount. What's in that 50% discount? It means say the buses then cost 7 million, right?
Dollars.
What's in that 7 million? The
$7 million?
Dollars, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The purchase price, which is 5 million, and transshipment costs, that is what you call CIF, cost, insurance, and freight, and clearance. So, in other words, them boss then they been given to the original partners them at 50% discount, which is 3.5 million. So now they own assets. So what should have happened? They mean for make sure say they discount over 60 months when a 5 year, where they pay them back to SLPTA.
Okay.
So the contract, where the problem came, worker fine start for operate for 9 months, they not get contract.
Okay.
So now then they will get for address the contract between SLPTA and worker fine, then the role of SLPTA as a regulator in terms of operator license, route license, and set fares. Yeah? Almost in the chat. Because the SLPTA the controller. Right? If you say me get boss, now me get the boss. But now you decide who that for collect money. Now you they keep all the accounts. Now you they give me what you want give me. Is that fair? That is where the problem is. Then also, now be wrong procurement.
Okay.
Because when I say a wrong procurement, how you go get boss in less than 2 years? About 14 of the buses, they are not operating properly. Because when you go buy, when me go buy a new car, if na brand new car,
Mm-hmm.
then go for give me warranty.
Correct.
That car, now then go for can look after. So now they make sure say na the wrong procurement. Waiting have been the warranty with them give in terms of after sales service, in terms of customer support and all that. So that is the gray area.
Right.
So until that is settled, we will still get the problem.
And with the inside that kind of system, they force. You get me?
What I find was a good, yes. So they get you. What good concept where you have a partnership between public and private. But you know what say, you just tell like say, what you get, SLPTA when at the referee, you just tell like say now, then at the referee, like use a football analogy. Right? Game they play. Then one side get penalty. The referee say no, na me for go kick that penalty. Because how we go get an asset? Then are you the manager? Now you they determine who that they advertise na the boss. Now you they determine who that they collect fares. Yeah. Now you they determine how much I will get. It is not fair. That is the problem. It's a good idea in the wrong way. If they do it in the right way, it's fine. Let government stick to regulation, standards. You understand?
Yeah.
Up till now, the SLPT has been established for 2 years. Then they ever sell we out and the price go up, they increase them. We cannot reduce them. Now that's not the problem. We not get an authority. We get technical competence for do the thing where they then at the act. Anybody we want, let them go look at the Public Transport Authority Act. It then at the public domain. Then go see all the two have been the talk. We get a supervisor chairman. Problem with the communication. I know they hear you.
You hear me? You hear me now? Victor, you hear me? Alright. The program where you listen to na Colores right on We Are na YouTube and on Alright, maybe let's just turn to you with the watch right now. I don't know, I think Victor no they get me right now.
No, me they get you right now.
Okay, they get me clear. That's good. So I basically ask, say, anything they where you feel say you seen a paper where we for touch, where we not touch on?
The way you said, right? And I will look at the things that we.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, and there are issues. There are lots of issues. Them way. For instance, I think say this issue about the ACC. I don't know if you did about that property business. That's where government will get for look into them. Where, as I said, the anti-corruption commissioner they talk about
Seize property then.
this property where
Okay.
based on wealth they will not will not go according to people their earning capacity.
Unexplained wealth.
Unexplained wealth. Many people when you look some of the value of the motor car and the drive, and compare the salary. You get for us, say, but who said that man they pull that money for buy that car? That is easier. There are so many examples of unexplained
Correct. All around.
wealth. Chest. Look all them boku host the way they run free tongue since this election. But because we not get proper property register and planning register, you not gonna know who they get that hosting. So yes, waiting the ACC commissioner do not find thing. But now not get selective justice and selective amnesia. So honestly educated lawyer.
Dangerously educated. Anyway, thank you very much, Victor Akumengot, for your time for joining inside the program this morning. We appreciate your time like always, and we do wish you a very, very, very good day. Thank you, and I look forward for that conversation with you.
Oh, thank you very much, people. Them 2026, na year of remembrance. When I will go make or break waiting to happen in our country. So I wish you all a good week and hope for joining again at another time.
All right. Thank you, Victor. Thank you. God bless you and get yourself a good day. All right. The name now Victor Akumengot. We join we inside the program this morning. And one of us will tell you where to watch the program. Plenty thank you for where you take your time for joining we another show. I appreciate your time and everything. Until then, thanks to the producer, we put the show together. My name is Tembe, the freedom fighter. God bless your country, Sierra Leone, where we call we are. Goodbye.
You were the
J-Banks on the beat.
election 10 no come back oh. He no come back oh. Election 10 no come back oh mama. He no come back oh. Election 10 no come back oh yeah. He no come back oh. Election 10 no come back oh mama. He no come back oh. Now the one we know they smoke, he they smoke. And now the one we know they drink, he they drink. I say that now the one we know they chat, he they chat.
This now we are on YouTube and Facebook.
Hey, now the one we know they cause, he they cause. Now the one we know they fat, he they fat. I say that now the one we know they juke, he they juke. Go vote Saful what did they reach ya? Usten Salomon go get sense so Usten and go left for you zero and abuse you. So when you na corner, politician will make you vote for them. Then go label as they don't get the power, so you not go see them again. Solomon, make you shine your eyes. Shine your eyes well, oh. Hey. Election 10 don't come back, oh. He don't come back, oh. Election 10 don't come back, oh, mama. He don't come back, oh. Election 10 don't come back, oh, yeah. He don't come back, oh. Election 10 don't come back, oh, mama. He don't come back, oh. Now, the one we know they smoke, he they smoke. And now, the one we know they drink, he they drink. I say that now, the one we know they chat, he they chat. So you they walk, hey. Now, the one we know they cause, he they cause. Now, the one we know they fat, he they fat. Now, the one we know they juke, he they
This now we are on YouTube and Facebook.
I saw the game there now. What do you the juke for? I see Maredos, then they scatter because of party business. Some are lost in job because of party color. Me neighbor know they talk to me because I know the name party. Pia tell me about how I connect. Election 10 no come back oh. He no come back oh. Election 10 no come back oh mama. He no come back oh. Election 10 no come back oh yeah. He don't come back oh. Election 10 don't come back oh mama. He don't come back oh. Now, the one we know they smoke, he they smoke. Now, the one we know they drink, he dey drink. I say them now, the one we know they chat, he dey chat. Pay attention, yeah. Now, the one we know they cause, he dey cause. Now, the one we know they fet, he dey fet. I say them now, the one we know they chook, he dey chook. You were the pack for go, pack what you get, not take. Mama Saloni, you know. You were the kapu for go, kapu what you get, not take. Mama Saloni, you know. That one where you don't get.